Welcome back with the 4th of July holiday, just a few days away. Fire officials are once again reminding people to be cautious when they're handling fireworks.
Yeah, and they're also highlighting the importance of properly disposing of those used fireworks. News 18's Vinny Martirano is live at Lafayette Fire Department's training area with the safety protocols you need to follow. Vinny?
Yeah, guys, I'm here with the Lafayette Fire Captain, Captain Todd Budd, and Captain, we saw just before the break, one of the fireworks inside this piece of lettuce didn't go off. How would you handle this kind of a situation?
Yeah, this is a very dangerous situation that we have now, because now we have a firework that's on the verge of being discharged. We don't know what the status of. So even though this demonstration didn't play out the way we had hoped it did, it also leads us into a new problem. What do we do with this discharged firework that has not gone off yet? And so in this case, what I would do is, when we went out there and looked at it during the break, the fuse was still intact. We went ahead and pulled the fuse out, and then we're going to put it in a bucket of water and submerge it for 24 hours and completely destroy the firework.
Yeah, and that means that this piece of lettuce should be good to light off. So without further ado, we're going to jump behind the camera here for some safety, but let's get to lighting off some fireworks and show people what not to do.
Let's do it. So the first thing we're going to do is we've got firefighter Sneathing out here. She's going to light off the firework in the mannequin's hand. And you'll see that we've got a couple of hot dogs in the place of the fingers, and just, you know, the fragmentation. You saw the hot dogs fall to the ground, and what that could actually do to somebody when you hold on to a firework too long. So when you go to discharge a firework, you know, obviously we want to keep it on a hard surface like asphalt, as you see here on demonstration, concrete, gravel. We talked about the dry conditions that's going on right now. If it's brown or yellow, it's dry, stay away from it. And then we would like to encourage people to take these fireworks and put them on a hard object and light them and get away, rather than holding them and lighting them, because you can see just a simple, this was an M110, which is just a very, not a very big firework, but you can see the damage that it can create on its own.
Yeah, so what do we got with the next one? What are we looking at
So the next one is a watermelon, and she's lit off a couple mortars in it, and we can see the damage that could create as well. And you can see the big fissure now in the side of the watermelon. You can imagine if somebody was holding that, and the damage that could create. That was actually an aerial demonstration, and so one of the things that we get concerned about with those is when those go off, it goes off into the area, and then the debris falling into gutters where there's dry leaves. It ignites the dry leaves. Next thing you know, the house is on fire. We also had a demonstration or an event several years ago where one of the sky lanterns fell onto a country club and caught a country club on fire. Did exactly that same thing. And so Indiana law does mandate that sky lanterns have to be tethered whenever you use those.
And then what are we looking at here for our third one? Someone leaning over a beam here with a firework under their face?
Yep, so this is exactly what we encountered with the head of lettuce. We had a firework that did not discharge. So now we've got somebody that's going to be looking over the tube of a mortar tube. And you can see just how violent this could be.
And luckily, we were at a safe distance from lighting this off, and the other firefighter lighting it off managed to get away, so you definitely want to keep that safe distance, right?
Yep, so every inch of mortar size, you're looking at 75 feet clearance around it. So if you have a 1-inch mortar, we need 75 feet radius around the area. So what other questions you have?
Yeah, so what are some other tips and tricks that people should be using, or just how do you stay safe in other ways? Maybe if you're lighting off other kinds of fireworks that we didn't see here demonstrated today.
So what I would encourage you to do is talk to the vendor. The vendors are very anxious to talk to the community and talk to their customers about what a firework can do, what the expectation that they're looking for, what age group are you going to have in your demonstration at home, and let the vendor guide you to the display that is going to meet your needs. We also encourage people to have a designated adult, and I say that jokingly, but in reality there's a degree of severity to that, because we know people have a tendency to get relaxed on these holidays. They have a tendency tendency to do a little bit of drinking. That's a bad combination. You're taking a great holiday, turning it into a tragedy. We don't want that. So have somebody designated as an adult, have them designated as the firefighter. They got a garden hose, they've got a bucket of water, and they're watching the conditions and watching the environment, making sure everybody stays safe.
Awesome. Well, those are some great tips, and we saw an awesome demonstration. Thank you to the Lafayette Fire Department again for showing us what not to do with fireworks. Reporting live in Lafayette, Vinny Martirano, News 18.